newsreels and stuff. Well,
Shalom. Giving all praises, honor, and glory unto our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'ashamotakadosh. And Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father's true name, whom the world ignorantly calls God. And Yahushai is the name of the Heavenly Father's Son's true name, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And give it double honors unto the apostles and elders of great wisdom who taught me this truth. And shalom unto the elect. In today's video, I go into this breaking news that came straight up before Trump had this meeting with the Chinese president, and this is what this is the breaking news that came out of his mouth, and now it's on Fox News. And this is for fair use only, and this is for educational purposes only.
I do want to welcome you back into Live Now. I'm Austin Westfall. We have some breaking news that we want to hit really quickly because we are seeing a new post from President Trump. This just came out moments ago. He says the United States has more nuclear weapons than any other country. This was accomplished, including a complete update and renovation of existing weapons during my first term in office. Because of the tremendous destructive power, I hated to do it, but had no choice. Russia is second, China is a distant third, but will be even within 5 years, he says, because of other countries' testing programs. The president says he's instructing the Department of War to start testing our nuclear weapons on an equal basis. That process will begin immediately. He says, thank you for your attention to this matter. We have somebody standing by here, Hal Kempfer, who's done a range of events. I know you yourself have been a part of many events, specifically in Southern California, talking about nuclear weapons. Hal, when you see this news, what's the significance of the U.S. picking up its nuclear testing once more?
Well, Austin, this is a huge shift in U.S. policy. We haven't tested a nuclear weapon in the United States since 1992. You may recall in the early 60s, all above-ground testing worldwide was stopped because those massive nuclear explosions, which are encapsulated in video and film, I should say, that we see in movies and certainly newsreels and stuff. Well, it was pushing out a ton of radioactive material into the atmosphere and causing major health effects. So by international treaty, that was stopped. But there was still underground testing. Now, all the other major nations have stopped doing it. Russia doesn't do it. The U.S. doesn't do it. However, North Korea has been doing it. And North Korea has been threatening off and on to resume their nuclear testing, which is also underground. This would be a major change. My question that immediately comes to mind is, where are they planning on doing it? The previous tests were all done in Nevada. It's an area that's not too far from Las Vegas, but that area has been basically shuttered as far as being an active nuclear testing area, obviously for over 3 decades. And I don't know if we'd want to do nuclear testing there. There's issues that we're discovering with the water table and other environmental impacts. So it's an interesting policy, but it brings up not just a question of why and what it'll mean, but how and what will the impact or consequences of those tests incur.
We'll be listening for more details. The president just sent this out moments ago.
So there you have it, and go into the book of Isaiah chapter 9 verses 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. And this is self-explanatory, because in the old times, the ancient warriors used the arrows, bows, swords, so on and so forth. But this will be with with modern day weaponry, which consists of missiles and so on and so forth. And chiefly, that missile will be the nuclear missile that will be used in the very latter part of World War III, the nuclear missiles, and that will bring about the demise of these devils' kingdom. And And this is Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh, that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them out, saith the Lord Yahweh Sham Yahushai. It shall leave them neither root nor branch. And so this is the fate that awaits the wicked, which is Esau Edom, who are currently in rulership. Everything that they have will be completely destroyed, their kingdom and everything, once they fire that nukes on each other, and no matter what, they can't avoid prophecy. And this is Habakkuk 2 verses 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but the end shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And we see very the breaking news are so very difficult these days to keep up with, because that nuclear test, they had the agreement that they wouldn't be testing those nuclear bombs in their respective countries because it releases so much radiation, and so they had these pacts, and slowly they had different pacts on how to curtail on their nuclear weapons, and slowly Esau is starting to how would I say, break. He already is an oath breaker. He always breaks his promises. That's why he's the devil. And so those that's why they said there's no honor amongst thieves, because naturally the Lord has made this devil to be the wicked. So there's no way, even no matter what kind of pact they have among themselves, the Edomites, they'll break it. They had this pact of the nuclear weapons not to expand its use, because they know that will bring about their downfall. But you see, no matter what, prophecy at the end of the day will speak. The will of Yahweh Basham Yahushai shall be done, and so these devils cannot or never be able to do the opposite of what the laws want them to do. And what the law wants them to do is what they will do. And so that's it for today's lesson. And I give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Basham Yahushai Basham Kakadash. Shalom unto the elect. Shalom.